lined up. Hopefully we're live. We'll find out in a moment. Having some issues with the live streams again. Well, not me, the software is. Are we live? We're live. I'm going to check on that in a second. Welcome back to Robertson Co. Welcome back to London. Another live jewellery making session. I'm having some issues launching the live streams. We do appear, for now at least, to be live. There's been some issues. It was fixed. There was some issue. Whenever the last iOS update was, there was some issues with launching the live streams. We launched them once, and then they would cut out, and you'd launch them. It wouldn't end. It would it would effectively just not. It was almost like it didn't ever begin, and you'd relaunching it. It would work second time round. So there was also issues with the thumbnail. Like the thumbnail was just taking the image and then going and starting again, the countdown again and again and again and again. And it seems to be they resolved whatever issue that was, but it seems to be back. Certainly the thumbnail issue seems to be back, and yesterday I had to start live streaming again twice, but we're in by the looks of things right now. So tonight we're making some 1mm halo band rings. This is one I've got here. This is what we're making. In yesterday's live stream we cut the blanks for size Y. So what I need to do, round these off, line up the solder joints, solder them together while they're cleaning in the pickle. After soldering, I need to cut the blanks for size X. We need some size X's now. So let me turn on YouTube copyright free music. We'll round these off them together while they're cleaning. Size X. Right. YouTube music. New video launched today about our latest rolling out. So if you haven't watched that yet, check it out. Hour and 5 minutes of it. Is it too long? Yeah. Put it on double speed, it's only half an hour. To exit. Quite a big ring, these, size Y. I want to say, like, but I say the same thing about all of them. Yeah, it's not that popular, but like the reason I make it, we sold out of them. It's not that popular, we sold out of them. It changes. Like what there isn't like. It does like the popular size. I mean, it's invariably the one I've got the least of, but it does seem to vary somewhat. I think I think there's a sort of there probably are more popular sizes, but I think there's I don't think it's really like the J's, the K's, the L's, and like the MNO. Like there are popular sizes, but I think there's a couple of reasons. Obviously, they're like a mid-size finger size, but I also think that like for a long time you could like a lot of companies, popular jewelry brands, they had like 3 sizes available in there. Like they would have a ring design and it would be available in like K, P an O, or like small, medium, large they call it, something like that. So I think what's happened is people have like bought that, like in some instances people have got that, you know, that one of those sizes and it fits one of their fingers, and they're kind of just replacing it rather than thinking, well, maybe I would like it a slightly different fit on a slightly different finger. Just buy the same, you know, that's the size that fits that finger. But like it wasn't their choice in the first place. They just liked the design and they bought the size that was available, and now they're sort of that size that has become comfortable, so just going again. You know, it's almost like they ordered the ring, and when it turned up, they then figured they wore it on whichever finger of their hand it fitted, rather than thinking, well, I want a ring for that thing. You know, the picking the ring in a size for the thing of their choice. They just got the ring of the design of their choice and stuck it on the finger it fitted. Now they're sticking with it. I think a lot of, I think two things have happened. The sizes available have expanded a lot because the competition has, but there are still, I mean, I see it from time, I don't look too much at what other people, especially those sort of big fashion brands are doing, but I think they are still up to that. They will have a ring in 3 sizes. Bear in mind, you can have at a minimum 26, plus there's at least 6 plus sizes, so 32. And then if you go for the halves, 71 or 72, I think, depending on whether you do Z6.5 or stop at Z6. It's better to stop at Z6 because the ring stick doesn't go up to 6.5. You can't like, there are, there's the issue, I don't think there's a sort of an official yet size guide above Z6, but they are out there, you know, they are. It's easy in Euro sizes. I still I'm a big fan of that sizing system. It makes way more sense than any other. Like, out of all the sizing systems, from a manufacturing perspective, but also probably from a customer's perspective as well. But certainly from a manufacturing perspective, if it would be easier if there were one sizing system and it were the Euro one. But sadly, that's not the case, because it's a measurement you can do with a ruler, kind of. You know, it is a measurement. It's not a. No one even knows where our sizing system came from. Birmingham is where it came from. which, you know, when you was at school and there was like a special needs class. Your Birmingham's nothing like that. It's really nice. People are really nice. They are really nice, actually. They haven't all got special needs. That's not what I'm saying. Just reminiscing. But yeah, the sizing system that they've invented makes zero sense. The Euro one does. It's not a conversion of something, you know, like our one was put, like the A to Z one was probably, but we don't know because there's no, we've tried, but it probably was originally, it may even be before inches, but it was probably inches. And then it kind of got converted and messed about with bits and pieces. You know, it looks like it looked like maybe it did make sense at one point, but whatever has happened over the centuries, I don't even think it's that old actually. I think everyone had slightly different systems or slightly different sizes, and they kind of agreed to disagree or disagree. You know, but yeah, the Euro system's the actual is the circumference and the diameter in millimeters. I mean, I suppose the only thing it does, having all these different size systems, to some extent does create a barrier to entry to non-native manufacturers in different marketplaces. You know, for us to crack America, I've got to make I've got to make the rings in the US size system, like what, you know. But that goes both ways. They've got to, because they don't exactly, they do not. Some of the, you know, there's no direct conversion. They're in between. There might be one that, out of luck, that converts, but generally speaking, you can find the closest one, but they don't generally cross-reference. There's a couple that do, but that's it, you know, out of whatever, 70 odd. But we've actually listed the rings, the popular rings, I did Japanese. We did obviously UK, we did Euro and US, and I actually, the reason I did it is I actually thought there would be quite a lot of demand for the Euro sizes, because a lot of the big European brands use euro sizes, and I thought maybe people that were existing customers of those, when they're buying other, they would know their finger size in euro sizes. But I think maybe what's happened now is they are converting their euro sizes into UK sizes. Weirdly enough, there's just not that much demand for anything other than the A to Z. So we're stuck with it. Run out of room on this block. Right, solder. I've got some solder cut ready. Put the solder pieces beneath the solder joint. All these solder bits are quite small actually. solder these together. I'll put the solder in all that one. Right, let's cut the X's. While they're pickling, right, what size do I need? I've got a little sheet that tells me what size I need to cut. And what length for the different size rings. Size X, 69mm. Let's do those. So I think at some point I'm going to make a video about the side cutters I use because they're great. I've got a few of these. But the thing about these side is you can spend a fortune on side cutters. I have. Actually, the expensive ones I do use for specific jobs. But you know, like these little Japanese ones I've got, I got 11 quid, and they're the best. Well, they're not the best. They're really good for the money. But they're the ones I use the most, which probably makes them the best. But Oh, the Swedish ones I've got. I keep breaking them as well. Like that's why I was going to say I keep them for special occasions. There are particular jobs where I need a really sharp, flat cut, and I keep them for those particular jobs, especially the oblique-headed ones. There's some particular jobs I need an oblique-headed cutter, and they're like 50 quid. I think they're even more now. They're 50 quid on eBay from some unscrupulous businessman, and don't ask where they got them from, kind of thing. But I think they're even more than that if you buy them full retail. But the reason I keep them for spare, I break like they break. Like these little Japanese 11 quid ones, they soldier on forever. Those expensive Swedish ones do not. Like I've had the tips of the cutters snap off, multiple versions of them, and I've even had an entire side snap off. One pair. And the job I use them for involves 0.6mm and 0.8mm wire, and that's all I use them for, and they snap. These little Japanese ones I use them for everything, and they don't. Yeah, these ones also have a weird click to them. Sounds like an old mechanical keyboard. Listen to this. What is that? Every time you use them, they click like an old keyboard, which is a cool feature, I think. Yeah, they sound like the buttons on a cherry keyboard, like mechanical clicking. Right, that's the blanks cut. Let's clean the ends up, give a little close up of those. These will be size X. Right, there we go. 12 size X blanks. Boom. Right, let's get the size wides out of the pickle. I'm going to clean the excess solder off using a polishing machine, which I do not have a camera set up on. But it doesn't take long, it takes a minute or so. Much quicker doing it with a very fine satin wheel than sat here doing it with a buff stick. So we do, and then we can size these on a ring sizer. Now what I need to do, I'm going to pour this water. It's looking a little bit acidic. I'm going to pour this in the pickle because it kind of creates like a muddy puddle. So if I do that now, by tomorrow that will have, obviously we can clean this out, put some fresh water in it. But yeah, if you try and find something in that pickle now where I've just poured that, what was once fresh water in, no chance. But the sediment will settle back to the bottom and we'll be back in business overnight. Give you a little close up of these and clean up the solder joint, round them off, size them. So there you go. I just need to clean off any excess solder. There's not a lot of excess solder on here. I was just using very small pieces of solder, but I still want to very quickly touch up the solder joints with satin. We'll talk about yourselves. I'll be back in a moment. Right, oh, drop one. We're back. Right, there we go, is our, as you can see, just a little touch up over the solder joint. It's quite easy to find the solder joint with them in this configuration. It's the flat bit. Right, let's round them off and use a ring sizer and get our final size Y. See what size we ended up with. 1.5. Great. That one looks a bit wonky. 1.5, which is quite good because if you've watched my previous live streams, videos about making these little rings, I like them slightly oversized to begin with because I like to size them down, not up. So as you can see, that's a little bit under 1.5, but can you see how wonky they are? So the reason I like to size them down, compress them down rather than stretch them up. If you stretch that up to a Z, it will even out some of the ways, but it won't completely remove them. We compress that down to a size Y. Not only does it make it perfectly round and the right size, it makes them perfectly flat. So even if you're stretched, you know, like, even if I was stretching those up to size Z, I would possibly need to, the ring would look better if you took them to slightly over a size Z and then compressed it back down to a size Z. Because it will flatten them out. I think we might have actually found a hole that corresponds to a UK size. It's a little bit big. I'll show you. It's a bit over the line. Little bit. I think we can tickle that down. What I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to do them all quite rapidly. do the same procedures to them all actually. I'm going to size them down and then I'm going to stretch. They're not flattening out perfectly with this amount of compression. I can sense it. They're off. So I'm going to do this to them all, get them down to a size Y or just over. Size them up a bit. Back to where we started, do it all again. At which point they will actually be perfectly flat and very close to the right size, but then I think we can give them a little touch, possibly on the next hole down. From experience doing this, I've done thousands now, I'm probably going up about, I'd say that's about quarter of a size. Yeah, it's about half size. and that particular one. I just don't think on that first round, that they would have all been perfectly flat. It wasn't enough compression. Just because of the size of the ring, that half a size on a larger size ring makes a bigger difference. Perfect. Right, yeah, I really don't need to put much pressure on them on this hole. Literally a difference between them being on the line and that one I felt go in. Now an X and a half. Tiny amount of pressure. Right, last one. This little batch. Oh, I went a bit far in. Right, perfect. That's it. Right, there we go. There's our batch of size Y1mm sterling silver stackers. Boom. On the line, that one. Right, hope you enjoyed this little look at making these rings. And where are they blanks? They're just there. Can't quite make them out. But yeah, tomorrow, if nothing else pops up, we'll be making the size X's. So, see you next one. Toodles.